All right, what's up, guys? It's Bryce and Nick back here with Romeo as well, and BNN Primetime Sports Podcast is back. We weren't here Tuesday, but we got a couple NBA topics to talk about and a little bit of fighting to talk about. So hope you're all having a great day and just keep on listening. So first thing, Cavs and D Rose working on a 1-year deal. How much is it worth?
Nothing's been said yet, but if I were to guess, it's more than likely going to be the mid-level exception. Yeah. Which is what they didn't give Jamal Crawford.
Yeah, but I don't think Jamal Crawford wanted to come to Cleveland.
He already said he did.
No, I think it was
an
option.
If they would have offered him the mid-level exception, he was coming to Cleveland.
Who's more? I don't know. It depends on who's more valuable to the Cavs, though, Jamal Crawford or D Rose.
Do you think he's going to come to Cleveland, Derrick Rose?
Maybe.
At this point,
it's between Cleveland and LA.
I don't see him going to LA.
I've seen ESPN, I don't know if it's just for ratings or what, but saying, do you think LeBron is going to stick with the Cavs?
I think he's gone.
I'm
the one thing I actually agree with Bryce is James Jones retiring and going to be a vice president for the Phoenix Suns. Yeah. That was like LeBron's favorite teammate of all time.
Yeah.
I think that kind of sealed the deal.
No, that for sure put the nail in the coffin. LeBron is going out of Cleveland.
You think he's going to leave Cleveland for the second time?
Yep. Yeah. I think he's leaving Cleveland and he's going to be done. And he's just gonna do what every other NBA veteran does. They're gonna sign a 1-day contract at the end of their career, where they started.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you think he's gonna retire in Cleveland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul Pierce.
That's what Paul Pierce just did. He signed a 1-day contract with Boston Celtics,
and then retired.
So he could retire as a Boston Celtic.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
So you guys don't think he's gonna go to a different team?
No, he's going to leave Cleveland next summer.
Yeah.
July 1st starts free agency.
Yes.
He's going to go sign a 1-year, 2-year deal with some team.
Really?
And then play there and then maybe sign another one, whatever. And then he'll get to like 38, 39 years old.
Oh, gotcha.
And then free agency, he will leave them. And his contract that he just so happened to sign with Cleveland is a 1-day contract and he'll just retire.
LeBron will play until he's 40, 42. So LeBron will end up being probably the oldest player ever.
Where do you think he's going to end up going?
LA.
Team.
I think the Lakers are a very good shot.
LA's the prime spot right now. That's the only spot I can see him really going.
And that's just where he would go. Like if you look into it on like where he should go if he wants to really win.
Yeah.
That's probably not the right move. Necessarily, it depends on how the talent there gets to be in a few years or a year actually. Who knows? But I mean, Lonzo Ball looks pretty promising. From Summer League. From Summer League, he looks pretty promising.
That's true.
But Summer League doesn't mean anything.
Summer League doesn't mean much, but what he did was fairly impressive. I'm not a big Lonzo fan, but what he did was pretty impressive.
The thing, I've kind of seen some new light shed on the subject, and I feel, from what I understand, Lonzo is a relatively quiet kid. He doesn't really want to stay in the spotlight a lot. Unfortunately, ESPN and other mediums kind of interviews dad a lot. LeVar, that's the dad. Yes. So I think LeVar is the outspoken one, the brash one, who just loves his son. Mm-hmm. And I mean, if I was in the NBA and somebody interviewed my mom, she'd probably say, oh my God, he's the best player ever. He's gonna do all the stuff that LeVar says. Can you fault him for that? I mean, yeah, he's a bit outspoken. He's a bit, some would say, crazy, but he loves his kids. I mean, you can't.
That's all what it comes down to.
It's love, and he's truly the dad that is on the sideline saying, "That's my son. I love him." And the children aren't really as outspoken as the father.
LaMelo is.
Well, yeah.
LaMelo is just as outspoken, if not more.
And he's not just like that crazy parent that just yells at him. He built that.
Like, absolutely.
He trained them since day one.
Yeah.
He trained them with ugly shots is what he did.
I mean...
He was in the NBA himself, right?
No, he was not.
He played college basketball.
Yeah, and he averaged 2 points a game.
Really?
He wasn't very good.
Then he went overseas and he played football and...
I don't know. I couldn't figure it out.
Is he...
I read an article on it. But, no, I agree with what you're saying, Romeo, but I also don't because he is that crazy parent. He might know what he's talking about, but he's overboard on everything.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying he's a crazy parent.
If you ask me, a big key of what is going on here is the publicity. How many times have you heard no publicity is bad publicity.
Well, the problem is,
I mean, it's true.
He's not slandering other people. He's just
is.
making bold statements.
what I'm saying is,
Who do you slander?
the thing is, I wouldn't
Embiid.
blame it on Lonzo.
Huh?
Embiid.
Okay, but Embiid came at him first. Embiid went at Lonzo first.
Yeah, a little bit. But that's because of how crazy his dad is, how exuberant his dad is.
But the problem is, at first I blamed it all on Lonzo. I don't think it's his fault though. I don't
it's
think
not at all.
No,
he's not the one who's being outspoken and brash. It's his
No,
father.
if you watch his interviews,
He's quiet.
he's a quiet.
He just wants to play basketball.
He's a humble dude.
Unfortunately, his dad is a bit of a nutcase. But so I'm just saying, from my personal point of view, I started out blaming it on Lonzo, thinking, oh, he's another big-headed idiot who's gonna try to take over the entire sport and make it all about him. I don't think that's the case.
No,
with
it's not
this
at all.
one. I think he just wants to play basketball.
Yes.
And unfortunately, he has a father who tries to turn him into somebody like that.
Yeah, and another thing about his dad, LeVar, is he's actually a coach. He owns his own AAU team, and they're the big ballers, obviously.
Yeah.
His son LaMelo obviously plays for his team. They lost by like 10 points or something a week ago or so, maybe not even a week ago. And LaMelo played horrible. Like, took 40 shots. He wouldn't give up the ball.
Really?
And there's a video. Someone was behind him, LeVar, speaking to his team. He ripped them apart. So I think he's probably a decent coach. But
I mean, he's obviously knowledgeable, and he's a good athlete because he made the college ball.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people make it the college ball.
no, and it's not like he went to just some.
No, he went to Washington State, which is where
Klay Thompson
got drafted from.
Where are they
I don't
initially
know.
from?
Chino Hills, California.
I just think he is crazy. He gets a lot of publicity because he's not afraid to say what's on his mind.
Yeah.
I personally don't mind it. I think he goes a little far saying that Lonzo's going to be better than Steph Curry his rookie year.
I mean, he can say whatever
whether
he
he
wants.
actually means what he's saying
Yeah.
is different. But he's just.
I mean, you could talk a big game. I mean,
I don't mind it.
I
I
mean,
think it's
it doesn't bother me.
the same reason I don't get irritated with Conor McGregor. I don't.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
mind the
exactly.
talk.
That's what else does he have to go on? Everybody in recent history in sports, a big mouth will get you farther than actual talent.
How about that? I've been seeing lately that they're believing now this the fighting about this fight is becoming more about race than what it was thought about before because of everything that McGregor has been saying and how they've been acting towards one another. But from what I understand, in the last Mayweather Pacquiao fight, Mayweather said he's gonna have Pacquiao cook him up some chicken and some rice.
The thing is,
Didn't we talk about this in the last podcast?
we touched on the race. A little
I don't
bit.
think.
I don't
Personally,
think-
it's.
I don't think
they
it's race driven.
I think they're saying racist comments.
It's
in a
just
way
trash
to-
talking. Another
trash
way of
talk.
looking at
It's
it.
not. I got you.
Daniel Cormier, who is the light heavyweight champion of the UFC, is fighting John Jones for the second time. John Jones is the one who said, "I beat you after a weekend of cocaine." In an Instagram post or Twitter post, one of the two, he commented, "I'm gonna make you dance for me, boy," or something like that.
Yeah.
They're both African American people. They're both black. And so it's just a form of trash talk. It doesn't mean
Yeah, they're not.
there's no racial undertones.
It's
just
a
form of
racist
trash
comment, not directed in a racist way.
talk. I mean, I've called and
It's just trash
and
talk. It's harmless. Well, I mean,
the fact
they're
that
gonna beat the living
the
out
only
of each
reason
other.
it's a big deal is because it's a white fighter versus a black fighter.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was a white guy saying "dance for me, boy" to a white guy, no issue. If it was a black guy saying "dance for me, boy" to a black guy, again, no issue.
Yep.
It's the fact that I feel like it's just for ratings. It's just to make it seem racist. It's to people.
And people want to put a title to everything that they see and hear now.
Absolutely.
So when you see and hear this as an outsider, your first thoughts are he's a racist, or But when you're in a sport, you know that it's all for love. It's all for the love of the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. Another thing is, I believe from one of the press conferences to maybe London, or maybe from London to Toronto, Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather flew on the same private jet.
Really?
Yeah. So, I mean, that tells you one
That's kind of
thing.
weird.
It's not real. It's not real. I mean, it's a money
don't-
fight. There's no actual animosity towards each other.
Yeah, I don't-
This is all a big fake press conference to get people hyped up for it. Conor McGregor doesn't hate Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather doesn't hate Conor McGregor. It's a way for two athletes to make more money than they've ever imagined from a single fight.
I would have called you crazy if you said this, but the fact that they were on the same private jet kind of
they don't mean it.
That's
They could say, "Oh, I'm going to destroy him. He's nothing. I'm going to make him like just completely obliterate his career." They don't mean any of that. It doesn't. Yeah. Conor McGregor doesn't mean what he's saying. Floyd Mayweather doesn't mean what he's saying. It's purely a way for them to make money. It's a job.
I knew there was nothing more behind it when in one of their press conferences. I don't know if it's the last one or the one before. McGregor walked up behind Mayweather and rubbed his head.
Yeah.
If that is me, I'm swinging at the first.
Absolutely.
Touching my head, face, it's just
when the physical barrier is breached, I fully expected Mayweather to get up and start throwing hands. It didn't happen, so they probably choreographed that whole thing.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's either he has very good composure.
No way. There's no way.
I don't believe it.
There's no way he has good composure. He's a professional boxer who's made his thing off of brashness.
Yeah.
This is I would bet money that this is all completely fake. It's going to be a real fight. I doubt they're going to fix it. It's not going to be like WWE, but the
leading up to it.
The leading up to it is fake. The animosity is fake, and the dislike, the disdain for one another is fake.
So CJ recently has said that if Melo comes to Portland, that between him, Dame, and Melo, that they'd be a top 3 team in the West. And I think that is the most complete bullshit I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, I'm glad you don't agree with it because I was ready to fight if you would have. Because
they have 3 very good, 2 elite, 1 very good, not great scorer.
You're talking about Melo being not.
Yeah, Melo's great, not elite.
He was.
Not
anymore.
Scorers in the league. But no defense whatsoever.
Yeah,
they had problems with that last year when they had Mo Harkless as their 3. And Mo Harkless is more of a defensive player than he is So now they'd be replacing him with Melo.
They'd have to step up their defense heavily or surround themselves with better. And even if they surrounded themselves with better defensive players, when 3 of your starters cannot play a lick of defense, it's going to be an issue.
It's absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, Dame would arguably be a top 5 player, top 5 point guard in the league if he could play defense.
I'll say that they wouldn't be a top 3 team in the West, but if they were in the East, maybe a different story. Very, very maybe.
They'd be close. But you also have to take into effect now that Cleveland, Boston's made a lot of additions.
Yeah, but I would take Hayward over Bradley, but I think they kind of hurt themselves a lot by letting him go.
I don't think so. Not so much. I mean,
he's one of the best maybe
he's a top 5 guard defender in the league.
And everyone says it. The only people that don't agree with that is whoever did the voting for all defensive team. Because he didn't make one of them, didn't he?
Nope.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
He didn't make first or second team.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but I think Boston's made moves to move up in the chain, and you also have to think of teams like Washington. Washington's getting another year underneath their belt. They have more playoff experience this year. They hopefully have another good year, like health-wise, from Bradley Beal. Suiting him up next to John Wall and Otto Porter.
But Otto Porter's gone, isn't he?
No.
Did they match it?
They matched the day after.
Huh. I didn't see anything about it.
Yeah.
But you have to look. Cavs and D Rose. I'm not saying that Derrick Rose signing with the Cavs is going to make him a freaking super team. Interesting stat, though.
A super team.
If Derrick Rose signs with the Cavs, interesting stat. If Derrick Rose signs with Cleveland, every MVP since 2009 is either on Cleveland or Golden State. Because LeBron won it twice, Curry won it twice, KD won it once, and Derrick Rose. Wait, that doesn't add up. 4,
2009.
Yes.
7. You said
2009. Yeah.
2 years with
57?
LeBron.
Russ.
2 years with what?
Russell
Westbrook. He just won it, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't play for Golden State.
I know.
But they're not counting.
So between 2009 and 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh,
sorry, Russell.
Sorry, Russell.
It's not like he cares about the award anyways.
A little bit away from NBA, taking it over to NFL territory. O.J. Simpson has been released on parole,
which was cool. I'm not saying that was cool. Don't get me wrong. I watched that live.
Yeah.
I was just scrolling through Facebook and it was like,
absolutely.
Watch the decision live. I was like, is this real? And I clicked on it. I was like, holy crap. And then I watched him get told that he was gonna. Do you think he deserved to make parole?
I don't. The only thing I'm happy about is the average prisoner, not mentioning these O.J. Simpson, so who knows what kind of special treatment he gets. The average prisoner costs about $100,000 a year. It costs America about $100,000 a year. You know, I mean, he's 70. He's gonna die pretty soon. He's not 70? In that. Yeah, he's old. He's not in that great of shape. He gained a lot of weight in prison. He's since lost it. But I mean, you know, I'm pretty sure O.J. Simpson was 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah, he's a big dude. I mean, he's in the NFL. So.
Around, you know, you look at him around normal people, and he looks about their same height. He's probably like 6'3" now, 6'2", something like that. He lost. I mean, he shrunk a lot, and so the only thing I'm happy about is the fact that he's not costing America any more money.
Yeah, I could get that, but
I mean, you know,
if he gets convicted of another felony while he's out or breaks
there's
parole,
no way. He's 70. What else is he gonna do?
It was 9 years ago when he did when he robbed.
He's not 70.
That's what it said. That's
what
I read.
He's close.
OJ's in his like 40s or 50s.
He's not in his 40s. Guaranteed, he's not in his 40s. He played in the 80s.
He's
in the 90s.
No, because he allegedly killed.
He's 70. He's born in 1947.
I was like, because he allegedly did the 2 murders when.
Oh no, I was completely. He's only 6'1". I thought he was a lot taller than that.
But anyways, moving on from that.
It's still it's crazy nonetheless.
Yeah, it was only 9 years ago when he got convicted of the armed robbery.
But that was way after the fact, I believe, right?
That wasn't 9 years ago. He literally 9 years ago is when he did the armed robbery.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'm not very caught up on the OJ story.
Me neither.
I just got out.
I know ESPN did a 30 for 30. And it was
it's crazy.
the OJ Simpson story, and it was brilliant. Like they did really good. It won awards, like a lot of awards. I think it won an Oscar.
It's really crazy.
ESPN does very good short films.
ESPN is very, very good at that.
They did a 30 for 30 on the Lakers and Celtics rivalry, and it was like 3 parts. And it was narrated by Ice Cube.
Yeah.
And it was really good. Timberwolves and Wiggins' deal they're working on.
I actually like that a lot.
$148 million.
Because Wiggins honestly has potential to be a superstar in this league.
You know what's kind of weird before you move on is the fact that all these players are getting these massive deals, and we're like, yeah, they deserve them, but a lot of them have never even been all-stars.
Really?
It's crazy how you can look at some of the NBA's best, and they're not all-stars. Like Avery Bradley. People say he's probably the best guard defender in the league, and he didn't make one of the all-defensive teams.
Well, that just...
Wiggins is about to get $148 million, which is absolutely insane, and he's never even been an all-star.
So that begs the question: is the All-Star game or the All-Star teams are those do those mean anything, or does the money mean anything?
It's not even all-star games don't really mean anything, and if you ask me, it's more of a popularity contest.
Exactly.
Because
so
the fans.
What's the point of it?
The fans do a big.
Yeah.
No, the fans used to have more say what they do now.
They had to stop it. You know who was like number 1 leading in the West for All-Star votes last year?
Who?
Zaza Pachulia.
No,
he is not.
The fan vote only counts towards a percentage of them getting
the for sure. And if they didn't,
before,
the NBA would be screwed.
That's how the All-Star voting used to be. Mm-hmm. Is the fan vote counted for most of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoever the fans voted in more than definitely got in.
Yeah.
Now it's the NBA GMs, executives, and then players themselves
and broadcasters.
Mm-hmm. They have the most say.
They have a lot of say. They have all the say basically in MVP too. Is the broadcast like Austin Carr for Cleveland? He gets an MVP vote. Yeah, it's crazy, man. These people make a lot of money.
For sure.
But I mean, there's no point.
It's crazy for sure. Bryce, you buying shoes over there?
Mm-hmm.
Did you just buy another pair of shoes?
I did.
Dude.
You're ridiculous.
You know,
how much were they? Probably 160.
Can we leave this on here?
$68.
Can we talk about this on here?
My shoe addiction?
Bryce has such a problem. We go to the mall probably once a week because we both get bored when he has his day off or something. I always have to push him away from PacSun and I always have to push him away from shoe stores because he goes in there and he wants to buy every freaking shoe. How many shoes?
2.
What did you buy?
2.
You bought PG.
Oh Lord.
But. And then I'm also buying a pair of Timbs before I leave.
Oh my goodness.
Why are you buying Timbs? If you really want a good pair of boots, if you really want a solid
he
pair
wants
of
them
boots,
for style. He wants them for style.
I'm not buying boots because I like to wear boots. I'm buying Timbs so I can have Timbs.
Okay, but if you want a solid pair of boots that look good,
I'm not buying Red Wings.
buy some Red Wings.
I'm not spending $300 on a pair of boots.
I bought a pair of Red Wings a while ago with some birthday and Christmas money, and they're the best boots I've ever owned. Hands down.
I've never seen you wear them one time. So they're probably very good because you keep them in the box.
Yeah, exactly. No scuffs. No, but I mean, it's summer. You know, they're boots.
I mean,
I don't think you should buy Timbs.
I wear jeans and like tennis shoes every day, most of the time.
I wear boots in the winter when it's cold.
I wear boots when I'm like shoveling snow or something. But
I mean, they're nice boots. They're not like big clunky steel toes.
Actually, I don't even wear like tennis shoes most of the time. I wear more of like a skater shoe type.
I wear everything.
And I don't skate. I love Vans.
How much are Timbs, by the way?
190.
Jesus.
Your Red Wings are like 300.
Yeah.
But in Romeo's defense, those are real boots.
Those are real boots. And
so are Timbs.
Yeah,
Timbs are real boots, but nobody wears them like real boots.
But the thing is,
so you're not wearing them like real boots.
Exactly.
But guess what?
Oh my
Timbs,
goodness.
they're glued. The sole is glued on. With Red Wings, that's what's called a Goodyear welt, and they're stitched on. So what you can do is you can slice off the sole when it gets worn down and put a new sole on, and it prolongs the life of the boot.
I'm not buying them to wear them every day.
I don't wear mine every day, but those boots will last me probably until I'm old, or
until your balls are out.
Hopefully, my feet don't grow out of them. You know, I wear about a 13 or a 14 now, so I'm hoping they stay that way.
What size did you wear when you bought them?
With Red Wings you have to size down, so those are 12s.
Yeah, most boots you usually size down.
Yeah,
they run pretty big.
That's true. That's a good point.
So,
yeah. But anyways, Bryce has a terrible shoe addiction that he needs to work out with a doctor or something.
I just got it. I got money to afford it.
I know, but you're wasting all that money.
He's gonna be broke in a year, and he's gonna be like, "Man, at least I got my
in
shoes."
A year. He's gonna be broke in 2 weeks.
I got these shoes.
He's looking like a crackhead. At least I got my shoes. They're my babies.
You're gonna be, you know what? Those shoes are gonna look really nice inside your cardboard box.
Exactly.
They're really gonna spruce up the joint.
I'm gonna have
when you have to scare off a rabid dog that's trying to eat your shoes because you're living in an alley in Columbus.
Oh jeez. All right, thank you guys for listening in again. We'll be back hopefully Tuesday unless something happens. Usually I will tweet or Bryce will tweet or maybe even Romeo if we're not going to have one up. But we all kind of went like incognito and like disappeared Monday and didn't record.
Yeah, it was a bad.
Yeah, I don't know. But
bad day.
Anyways.
It was a busy day.
So thank you guys. So thank you guys for listening and just have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Ya.